Triple H just ended Brock Lesnar's career after what he did to Bron Breakker. You won't believe what just went down backstage at WWE headquarters. Brock Lesnar, the so-called Beast Incarnate, the man who's supposedly untouchable, just crossed a line he can never come back from. And Triple H, the game just dropped the hammer in the most devastating way possible. What Lesnar did to Bron Breakker wasn't just brutal, it was career suicide. And now, the cerebral assassin has made sure that Brock's days of running roughshod over WWE are over. This isn't speculation, this isn't rumor, this is happening right now, and the wrestling world is absolutely losing its mind. If you think you know what went down, think again. Because what we're about to reveal will shake you to your core. The situation exploded after a backstage incident that witnesses are calling the most vicious attack they've ever seen in WWE. Bron Breakker, the rising star, the next generation of dominance, was left brutalized. And Brock Lesnar? He stood over him, smirking, like he'd just swatted a fly. But he didn't realize he'd just signed his own termination papers. Here's what actually happened. During a scheduled segment rehearsal, Bron Breakker was running through his entrance when Brock Lesnar blindsided him. No provocation, no warning, just pure, unfiltered aggression. Multiple sources confirm that Lesnar hit Breakker with an F5 on the concrete floor, not the padded rehearsal area, but actual concrete. The impact was sickening. Medical personnel rushed in immediately, and the entire atmosphere turned from professional rehearsal to emergency crisis in seconds. But it gets worse, way worse, because this wasn't some heat-of-the-moment thing. Witnesses report that Lesnar had been openly hostile toward Breakker for weeks, jealous of the push the young superstar was receiving. Bron represents everything WWE's future is built on: athleticism, charisma, and that Steiner family legacy. And Lesnar? He couldn't stand watching someone else get the spotlight he believes belongs only to him. Now here's where Triple H enters the picture, and trust me, this is where everything changes. The game wasn't just angry, he was furious. Paul Levesque, the man who's been building WWE's future brick by brick since taking over creative, watched one of his crown jewels get destroyed by a part-timer who thinks the rules don't apply to him. And Triple H made a decision right then and there that will reverberate through wrestling history. The meeting happened in Triple H's office less than an hour after the attack. Security footage, yes, there's footage, shows Brock Lesnar walking in with his usual cocky swagger, expecting maybe a fine, maybe a slap on the wrist. What he got instead was a career execution. Triple H didn't raise his voice. He didn't have to. He simply laid out the facts. Brock's contract contained specific clauses about conduct, about respecting talent, about representing WWE professionally. And Brock had violated every single one. Before we continue, we have a quick request for you. We are constantly working to improve our content to earn your love and support. That's why we would truly appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update here on Wrestling Zone Insider. Here's the nuclear bombshell: Triple H suspended Brock Lesnar indefinitely without pay. But that's not even the worst part for Lesnar. The game also invoked a clause that strips Brock of any guaranteed money remaining on his deal and opens him up to a lawsuit from WWE for damages, both to Bron Breakker and to the company's reputation. We're talking millions of dollars potentially on the line. The Beast Incarnate just became the Beast bankrupt, and the wrestling community is exploding. Social media went absolutely nuclear within minutes of the news breaking. Former WWE superstars are speaking out. Centimeter Pump tweeted something cryptic that everyone's interpreting as support for Triple H's decision. Kevin Owens posted a single word: finally. Even legends like Stone Cold Steve Austin have allegedly reached out to Triple H privately to commend him for having the guts to do what Vince McMahon never would: hold Brock Lesnar accountable. Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer in the comments. Do you think Brock Lesnar deserved this punishment, or did Triple H go too far? Drop your answer below because this debate is tearing the wrestling world apart right now. But here's what makes this situation even more intense. Bron Breakker's condition. Initial reports were terrifying: potential spinal injury, possible concussion, the works. WWE's medical team worked around the clock, and thankfully, the latest updates suggest Breakker avoided the worst-case scenario. But he's still sidelined indefinitely. The meteoric rise of one of WWE's brightest stars has been derailed because Brock Lesnar couldn't control his ego. And Triple H is making it crystal clear that the old days are over. No more part-timers holding the company hostage. No more special treatment for anyone, regardless of their name or their history. The game is building a new WWE, one where talent is respected, where safety matters, and where actions have real consequences. This isn't your father's WWE anymore. This is Triple H's vision, and Brock Lesnar just became the first major casualty of that revolution. The ripple effects are already being felt throughout the roster. Younger talent are reportedly energized, feeling like they finally have leadership that has their backs. Veterans are nodding in approval, remembering their own run-ins with Lesnar's backstage politics. And the locker room as a whole? There's a sense that justice has finally been served against someone who's operated above the rules for far too long. Here's another question for you. Who do you think will benefit most from Brock Lesnar's absence? Will it be Bron Breakker when he returns? Gunther? Cody Rhodes? Tell us in the comments who you think steps up to fill that void. Now, Brock's camp has been silent, completely silent. His advocate, Paul Heyman, has refused all comment, which is absolutely unprecedented. Usually, Heyman would be spinning this into gold, but even he knows this situation is radioactive. Some insiders suggest Heyman actually agrees with Triple H's decision and has privately distanced himself from Lesnar's actions. If true, that's the ultimate betrayal for Brock, losing even his most loyal ally. The legal implications are staggering. WWE's lawyers are reportedly preparing a case that would make Lesnar personally liable for Breakker's medical expenses, lost wages, and potential future earnings if his career is permanently impacted. We're talking about a lawsuit that could reach 8 figures. Brock Lesnar, the man who commanded millions per appearance, could end up owing WWE more money than most wrestlers make in their entire careers. And get this, there are rumors that other wrestling promotions are watching this situation very carefully before making any moves toward Lesnar. AEW, NJPW, even smaller indies are reportedly hesitant to touch him now. Why? Because Triple H's actions have sent a clear message to the entire industry. Reckless behavior won't be tolerated, and anyone who enables it will face consequences too. Brock Lesnar might not just be finished in WWE, he might be finished in professional wrestling entirely. The timing couldn't be worse for Lesnar either. WrestleMania season is approaching, the biggest payday time of the year. Brock typically commands premium spots and premium pay for these events. But this year, he'll be watching from home, assuming WWE doesn't pursue further legal action that could keep him tied up in court battles for years. Triple H's masterclass in leadership here cannot be overstated. He protected his talent, enforced the rules, and sent an undeniable message: nobody is bigger than WWE. Not even Brock Lesnar. This is the defining moment of the game's tenure as Chief Content Officer. This is his Austin 3:16 moment, his declaration that a new era has truly begun. As of right now, Brock Lesnar's WWE career appears to be over. Whether he ever returns remains to be seen, but the damage is done. His legacy, once that of an unstoppable force, will now forever be tainted by this incident. And Bron Breakker? When he returns, he'll have an entire company behind him, ready to push him to the stratosphere. The wrestling world has been turned upside down, and we witnessed history being made. Triple H just proved he's not just playing the game anymore, he's rewriting all the rules. And Brock Lesnar? He just learned the hardest lesson of his career. In Triple H's WWE, nobody is untouchable. What are your thoughts on this entire situation? Do you think we'll ever see Brock Lesnar in a WWE ring again? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Wrestling Zone Insider, and hit that bell icon so you never miss breaking news like this. This story is far from over, and we'll be here covering every single development as it happens.